Ron, pleasure to sit down with you again.
Thanks, Sean.
Nice to see you. It's been a little bit since we had a chance to sit down. I think we haven't sat down since 2010, and there was some big changes going on back then. And thanks for sitting down again today. As I said, there was some changes back then. Can you tell me a little bit about where are we at with new leadership, new positioning?
Yeah, so GreenLeaf, the acquisition was in 2010, and then we really started the integration in 2011. So here we are already 4 years into the new organization, and during that time, it's really been an interesting journey. Fortunate for me, heading up the business, I've been able to keep a core group of people together during that time frame, and I think in any business, especially in agriculture, experience is so valuable, and to have that core group together. And going into Syngenta, we've also seen a lot of change in Syngenta. During our time of GreenLeaf, I think that we're now on our 4th North American head. But at the moment, Ponzi Travis-Vevey, who's our head of North America, is just a fantastic supporter of our efforts in GreenLeaf and our licensing. And then likewise, as we've came into Syngenta, our Chief Operating Officer, Davor Pisk, and also our CEO, John Ramsey, have both came out quite strongly in support of licensing and supported the independent seed companies. So that makes my job much easier as a small business compared to the larger Syngenta to be able to continue to do the right things for our customers when you have the support of the broader organization.
The licensing, it really has been positioned as a key component for Syngenta on a go forward.
Yeah. So we launched a new North American strategy for all of Syngenta now about 18 months ago, and it's based on 5 pillars. And one of those pillars is what we call multi-channel distribution. So that's really just a fancy way to say that we'll be supporting the retail brands of Syngenta, but also supporting licensing and making our products and technology available to the independent companies.
It's an interesting space to live, where you've got Syngenta and you've got your responsibilities on the GreenLeaf side of bridging the gap and figuring out how those pieces all fit together. I got to believe there's probably some challenges that come along with that. Can you talk a little bit about that? How do those challenges fit in there?
Sure. So there's challenges and there's also real strengths that come with that. So maybe first the challenges is to, quite frankly, for myself, to be able to find the time to keep the people, the broader group within Syngenta, aware and aligned with what we're trying to do with the independent seed companies. And it's not for lack of support, it's just there's a lot of priorities and a huge business. And so that's actually probably the largest challenge. We really don't have objections to doing the business. I mean, I was kind of fearful coming in that we would have to stand down to the retail brands, and that's just not been the case at all. And also, I think thanks to our customers and the business growing has allowed us to get that support internal.
Ron, this independent seed company focus that, I mean, obviously is a full focus of GreenLeaf and is certainly, as you pointed out, a key focus for Syngenta as well. We're here at IPSA, and you've worked in great concert with and partnership with IPSA over the years. You've combined, your Winterfest is at the same timing. This is a key audience, a really key audience, and your attendance here obviously confirms that that's the case. Can you talk a little bit about those roots, those GreenLeaf roots that really still shine true as keeping a focus and an eye on that independent seed company? What has come along and it has really stayed as some of those core roots?
Yeah, so we've had a lot of help from our customers, not only opening up their checkbooks to do business, but also, quite frankly, advice of how they would like to do business. And so some of the things that have stayed at our roots is what we'd call being collaborative. Now, that seems obvious, all right? But sometimes it's easier said than done. Another core part of our business is what we call open architecture. And this is kind of a unique space where we allow our germplasm to be crossed by whatever other germplasm the customer customer might have access to. And so, if he makes new trait stacks, they have to be stacks that there's regulatory approval for. But as long as there's regulatory approval, they can feel free to put together all kinds of new combinations. And so that really allows the customers to develop a unique portfolio, as opposed to us assuming that we know all about the genetics and will limit those choices. So that, it's so blasé, but that freedom of choice is something we really try to live. I think the other thing maybe a bit unique about us, and I've had a couple customers say, look, when I'm dealing with a supplier or a partner, I want the decision maker to be at the table. Don't waste my time. I own the business. I run a company. Just don't send some sales rep in here to just try to talk me into something. And so we went to great lengths to be sure that our account team that works with our customers have the latitude to really find ways to collaborate, so that it's more than just a catchphrase, but really a way of life.
There's almost 400 attendees at the IPSA meeting this year. That's the largest it's ever been. All I keep hearing is consolidation, and yet IPSA continues to increase its membership, continues to increase its attendance at this event. Part of that is due to the support that GreenLeaf has offered to these members. Why, in your opinion, and I'm asking you to use a little bit of crystal ball here, why is there so many folks coming out to this meeting now, and there's such a strong sense that independent seed companies are alive and well?
Yeah, so when we started 10 years ago, there were a lot of naysayers that said, this is ridiculous, all right? The independents are a thing of the past. Everybody's going to get bought by one of the big guys. But you know what? That independent spirit's pretty powerful. And if you look at the data specifically of the last 3 years, there's been good growth with the independent companies. This is a vibrant, healthy part of agriculture. And in fact, corn acres have decreased the last couple of years, but independent seed company corn sales have went up. So not only have they done well, but in a down market, that clearly means taking share. So the folks attending this conference have created winners and losers, and a lot of them here are the winners, all right? And I think that's probably why not only the seed companies are here, but also all the support around that, why there's so much excitement, because who doesn't like to be associated with a winner?
Right, exactly. GreenLeaf has got a wide portfolio. You're doing business in Canada, doing business in the United States. Corn, soybeans, wheat germplasm, all offered to independent seed companies. Research and development, obviously a key ingredient, and that's certainly where Syngenta comes into play. Can you talk a little bit about what gets you excited when you look into that pipeline?
Yeah, so the core part of our business and where it started at was really corn licensing around traits and genetics, and so we have a trait called Duracade. We recently had a customer tell us, up in Michigan, that at a grower meeting, a grower stood up and on the spot just gave a testimonial about Duracade that was on his farm and how great it was, and that the ball of roots that he dug up was like nothing he had seen before. And okay, what more can you want, huh? When one farmer stands up to tell other farmers about the technology, and so that technology we're excited about. But I had something similar happen with our wheat products. I was up in North Dakota recently, and I have never in my career been in a meeting where there was so many positive comments about the new varieties that we're releasing. All right, normally as a developer of genetics, you have to go to great lengths to explain how good your products are and where they fit at. This was the other way around. This was the customers telling us, you guys need to go faster. You gotta do more, because please understand how good these things are, all right, and help us with them. And I've been in this industry 30 years, and I'd never encountered that kind of environment. So our wheat germplasm, our corn traits, and then we've just came out with our biggest portfolio ever of new releases in soybeans. That research program is up and running, and our soybean genetics I'm really excited about. We had last summer, one of our customers set an all-time state yield record with one of our varieties. Now, we do our licensing under confidentiality. You have no idea how much it pains me not to be able to say what state or what customer. Nonetheless, they're enjoying the fruits of that labor, because right now they're selling a lot of seed.
Nice, nice. Great position to be in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great position to be in.
Yeah.
Thanks again for your time, Ron. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, Sean.